No one tells you this harsh reality. You can be talented, immensely hardworking, and still feel invisible in your first job. Your first job isn't about paycheck. It's your first crash course in life. It's about unlearning almost everything college has taught you. No professor prepares you for office politics. No course can teach you how to handle a toxic boss. And no one tells you this harsh reality. You can be talented, immensely hardworking, and still feel invisible in your first job. In this video, I'm going to share 5 harsh truths that I learned in my first job, lessons that hit harder than any MBA, and the frameworks that saved me. So if you are a fresher, intern, or just getting started, this video can be immensely game changing for you because it can save you so much of time, stress, and maybe few tears. And one truth in lesson number 4 that helped me escape toxic work loop forever. Let's dive in. I was 19, fresh out of school when I landed my first job in an MNC. Cool ID card, perfect office setup as we see in Bollywood movies, AC office, formal clothing, every single thing. It was all exciting. Parents were very proud. I was finally earning, but my excitement started fading. My first task, it was to fix 900 row Excel sheet, and I did not know where to start. That week, I stayed back and worked late nights. Nobody even noticed. That's when I realized this wasn't college anymore. This wasn't school anymore. This was war. Let's get started with the lessons. So, the very first lesson that I learned in my first job was being busy is never equal to being productive. In my first month, I was replying to emails at 11 p.m., taking every small task. I thought if I'll work harder, I will be noticed. Wrong. My manager said, "You are always working, but what did you solve this week?" And that's where this 3-in-1 framework helped me. So you have to ask yourself, did I create any impact? Did I move a key metric or process? Initiative, did I solve something before being told? Insight, did I bring a new idea to the table? Now this reminds me of an example. One week I stayed few extra hours completing some formatting tasks. Another intern spent just 30 hours fixing a problem. And guess who got praised in the town hall? Of course, that intern, because he solved a problem that was now going to save so many hours to every team member. Here is a lesson learned. Visibility comes from value, not being available. Instead of being busy, ask yourself weekly, what business value did I drive this week? Don't be the person who's always available. Be the person whose presence drives clarity, ideas, and solutions. Drop a heart in the comments if you have ever felt overworked but undervalued. Which brings me to the lesson number 2. Your degree opens doors. Your skill decides if you stay. College gives you confidence, but corporate exposes your competence. I topped in marketing in my school, but in my job, I couldn't write a proper email or summarize a meeting. One time, my team lead asked me to prepare a summary of a meeting. I spent 3 hours writing a lengthy document, and she replied in 3 words: too long, unusable. That day, I realized college teaches you theory. Corporate demands speed, clarity, and precision. Here is a framework that you can follow. Learn, apply, reflect. Learn one practical skill, example, data analysis, email writing, communication skills. Apply to a real task or a challenge. Reflect on what improved. Did you know skills compound faster than degrees? Build those muscles. LinkedIn's 2024 workplace report says adaptability and concise communication are the 2 top skills most of the high performing working professionals have. Want to stand out fast? Build a weekly skills tracker. Which brings me to lesson number 3. Your boss is not your career coach. In my first 3 months, I worked quietly, waited for feedback, and expected to be noticed. Guess what? I was, but only when I messed up. This framework saved me, and you can follow the same. This is called MBR framework. Manage expectations. Ask directly, because if you don't ask, answer is going to be always no. Broadcast value. Send a short weekly update email with wins and learnings. Reposition yourself. Show up in meetings with insights, not just status. As I was a social media executive in my first job, I did a task. I optimized the LinkedIn profile without being asked, and it started helping us retain the followers. Next week, my name was on the leaderboard deck. Here is a lesson learned. Visibility is a skill. Silence doesn't get you promoted. Okay, here is a pro tip. Start treating your boss like a client. They want solutions, not excuses. Want more corporate career life hacks like this? hit subscribe. This channel is built for people like you. Which brings me to lesson number 4. Job security is a myth. Skill security is real. I'll never forget this. In the quarter 3, one of our best performing teams was dissolved. Even the ones with 10 plus years of experience. That's when I realized real safety is not your salary, it's your skill stack. And since then, I approached how I work, who I work with, and the skill set that I have in a completely different manner. Here is a framework for you. Approach it with a 3-layer skill stack. First comes the core skill, what your job pays you for. Then is the adjacent skill, what helps you collaborate better. Then visible skill, what builds your public reputation. Here is a lesson learned. You are not your job title, you are your skill stack. You are your only job security. Which brings me to the lesson number 5. You are not too early to take the ownership. I thought I'm just a fresher, I shouldn't take big calls. But during one campaign, one lead was out sick. I took the charge of just coordinating the updates. Next day, the team said, you handled it better than most of the seniors. Here is a framework that how you should be approaching it. The framework is called DAO. Decide, act, own. Don't wait to be micromanaged. Take initiative in the small things. Own the result even if it fails. Want to grow faster than your peers? Start small but start taking the ownership. And with that, we have come to an end. Your first job might not be your dream job, but your first job shows what you don't want in life. I was able to realize this in the very first year of my career. I was working with legal editors. It was a very prestigious company. Every single day was a new learning, new challenge. I was full of excitement. I don't feel it's less than a privilege to be working with legal editors, people of such a high intellectual with high goals who are bigger in experience than me. And till date, I look up to my manager, the way she operates, the way she thinks, the way she manages every single thing. She's the strongest pillar of the organization. Till date, I still follow her, I still look up to her. But the main concern was I did not resonate with the industry. I was working with legal people. I was working as a social media executive. Yes, my department was social media, but I had to deal with legal stuff which doesn't interested me that much. Initially, it was good. I enjoyed it through and through, but later on, I started realizing it was getting boring for me. Then I realized what exactly I don't want in my life. I never want to work in something that is legal related because I'm a creative person, and when there is a legal stuff involved, that adds cap to the creativity. This is a part college never prepares you for. Your first job won't define your entire career, but it will define your work ethic, identity, and clarity. And those are priceless. Your first job is not your destination, it's your training ground. Yes, you will doubt yourself. Yes, you will mess up, but you will also grow faster than you think. Which one hit you harder? Let me know in the comments. Also, don't forget to share this with your friend who's just getting started in their careers. I'll see you in my next one.